Up for another season here in Central Texas. If you're a parent or of one of those players, their safety is absolutely your top concern. Here to talk about sports concussions is Dr. Glen Harper. You are with the Seton Brain and Spine Institute, a neurosurgeon. I know we always think of football first when we think about concussions, but can it happen in any sport?
Concussion can truly happen in any sport, especially the full contact sports are the ones that we worry about the most. They're the ones where there's the highest incident, but even other sports that are individual sports, concussions still happen.
What should parents or coaches or anyone for that matter look for? What are the signs and symptoms?
You know, there are certain things that a concussed individual will describe as symptoms that they have, things like as simple as headache or nausea, but other symptoms like feeling like they're in a fog or maybe increased sensitivity to light or to sound. Then there are things that you want to observe for, things like changes in behavior or people feeling clumsy or having some loss of memory. Those are the things that we start really worrying about.
But obviously if there are any questions, is this a concussion, is this not a concussion, it's probably smart to go ahead and see someone.
Always safe to assume that it's a concussion if there's any question at all, and to be evaluated by a healthcare provider who normally sees people with concussions, who is familiar with the things to look for. That's true.
So before it gets to that point, what are some ways that people can prevent a concussion from occurring?
Certainly, like with any other type of prevention, the first part is education. And so coaches and parents and athletes themselves need to be educated as to what the signs and symptoms of concussion are and how to prevent those by wearing appropriate gear, appropriate protective devices, using them properly, and then having a general awareness that concussions can happen in their sport. One of the things we worry most about is a second concussion on top of a first one, and so making sure to educate the athletes that if there's any signs or symptoms of concussion, that they need to make their coaches and their parents aware of that and step out of the game.
I know we talked, it can be more than just football, but do you see an uptick during certain times of the year?
Certainly, we see concussions year-round. Summertime tends to be a relatively often time from people out having fun. And then, of course, in the fall, as sports get geared up and the adrenaline's rushing, is when we see a lot more of the concussions.
All righty. Thank you, Glen Harper, for being with us this morning. Some very, very good information as kids and parents head back to school this year. Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, there is more information on setonbrainandspine.com.